What's going on, everybody? It's RJ. Thank you for being here. If you guys are watching this in the past, whatever platform you're watching this, please be sure to subscribe and comment or like. I'd like to see how you guys are watching this stream. Anyways, this video or this episode of Cash Flow Real Estate and Money is all about contractors. So, hang in there to the very end because I've got some things to share with you and some announcement to make. But we have been talking to a lot of our community members, and construction and contractors seem to be a hot topic because hot topic. Remember that store? It's a topic because what we've seen is that in construction, one of the biggest risks is construction in this business. And on top of that, it's also the hardest thing hardest challenge to kind of go over. So to be successful at, because as you know, with construction, contractors, they're kind of a moving target. They're hard to manage. Some of the contractors that we use aren't the best. There's A, B, and C contractors, and sometimes you're stuck with B and C contractors, and they're just hard to manage. They're hard to find. They're hard to, they're hard to have them stay consistent. They're just a moving target. So what I wanted to share today are the top 3 ways that I found contractors, and the reliable ones, the ones that have the fair pricing, right? Volume pricing, because at the end of the day, we're investors and our margins, they're all small. They're all like, 20 to 30K at best, right? After you're paying your lender, whether using hard money or private money, at the end of the day, it's just a moving target. And so when you're managing construction and you're managing general contractors or you're managing subs, it really becomes a moving target because if you're doing this long enough, contractors seem to have I'm not bad mouthing, right? But they seem to have a lot of life hitting them all the time. Somebody in their family dies, somebody gets sick, something happens to their car. Something happens to them all the time. It seems like they're filled with drama, okay? And they're kind of like some of the excuses are very similar to some of our tenants' excuses. Oh, I can't make it on time. This and stuff is coming on. Something happened. It's a moving target. But I have found success. Let me share with you some of the 3 ways that I've found success in finding contractors that are reliable, that are professional, and do what they say they're going to do. Okay. And so this is what this episode is about. And if you are, first time kind of viewing this, cool. We have a we have a podcast out. It's called Cash Flow Real Estate and Money, and basically it's all the lessons that we've learned in the over a decade in real estate, in flipping, in wholesaling, in buying and holding, more importantly. So make sure you subscribe, and let's get right to it. So let me share my screen here. Haven't used Restream in a minute, so bear with me. I hope you can see this. Let's see here. All right. So first and foremost, I've found really good and reliable contractors at hardware stores. But here's what I do. I go early in the morning when they open. Okay. First thing in the morning, they're open. These guys typically are the ones that are planning ahead and want to get the materials, and so that they can get to the job site at the earliest and are working throughout the day, right? Throughout the whole day. And what you're going to find is that some of these are more commercial contractors, there's residential contractors, but they are up and at it early in the morning, super prepared, pretty organized people. They're ready to work. And what you want to do is create some flyers or business cards and have conversations with them. Maybe it's best I've never done this before, but I've seen some of this work before where you kind of bring some coffee and donuts to the hardware store, the Ace Pro Desk or the Home Depot Pro Desk, Lowe's Pro Desk, or Menards Pro Desk, and then drop it off and ask them for referrals as well. I just go up there and ask for referrals, but sometimes when you have donuts and coffee, it might, you know, work out to your favor. But this is what I like to do. I like to go there in the morning. I like to pass out my business card to them in person, and I just like to have a conversation with them. And you just ask them, hey, I am hiring for multiple trades. I like to work with general contractors who have access to their own electricians and plumbers and stuff like that. I do a lot of buy, fix up, and resell properties, probably 5 to 10 properties a month, or you can do 2 to 3 properties a month, or 1 to 2 properties, whatever it is, right? And I'm looking for new general contractors. Here's my business card, and then get into the conversation with them. Ask them things like, hey, are you currently looking for more work? A lot of times they're going to say yes. Contractors are always saying, hey, I can do this, that, and the other all the time, right? Let me just make sure you guys can see this. Can you guys see? Let's see here. Maybe I got to do it like this. No, cinema shift. All right, still trying to figure this out. But if you can see my screen, um, comment yes. Okay. All right. So early in the morning, dropping off to Home Depot, going to Lowe's, Menards, and Ace, and finding the contractors that are bright at it early in the morning. These guys are prepared, they're ready to work, and a lot of times they are super organized, and they worked out for us. I've found painters, I've found house cleaners, I've found general contractors at these places. So that's number one. Number two is in the field. Okay, in the field, what does it look like? Well, when you are in your, if you're in the neighborhood and you're, in your kind of target area, what you're going to see are trucks and vans. Typically, there's a lot of there's a what do you call it? There's a dumpster in the front yard, right? So, as part of the construction, they're getting all the stuff out of the house. So there's a probably, multiple things going on in the very beginning stages of it. But you're going to see a dumpster in the house, 2 or 3 vans. They kind of look like they're the white contractor vans, right? With sometimes there's a ladder up top. Sometimes you'll see on the side of the vans like a magnet, Joe's handyman service, or Joe's fix and whatever it is, Joe's construction, right? You want to go and introduce yourself to these people, and just keep it simple. Hey, I'm looking to see who's in charge here. I'm looking to build my crew. I do a lot of buy, fix, and sells, and buy, fix, and rents houses in the neighborhood, and I'm looking to build my crew. Are you guys looking for more work? The good news is that you're at the job site, and you can kind of see how they're keeping the job site clean and or not clean. So it'll give you an idea of how they work. If you see that it's super messy, that might happen to your job site too. But if they're in the early stages and they're demoing, it's going to be messy, right? But when you're at when you're visiting the job site, and they might be at the tail end of their construction, pay attention to that. Is the place clean? Are there people smoking or drinking at the job site? You know, maybe that's probably what's going to happen on your site. But when you're at the job site in the field, and you are checking in on their project, you simply ask, hey, can I go and check around and see what you guys are doing here? And so I've done this a lot, and it works. You can simply just say, again, it's just like you're at the Home Depot or Menards, hand your business card. You can even have a flyer, and just basically say, hey, look, I'm looking to build my crew. I do 1 to 2, 3 to 5, 5 to 10 houses. I can keep you busy pretty much all year round, because we buy even in the fall and winter. So in the field is another good way to find contractors. It's always helped us, especially in a jam too, because sometimes when you're building your crew, you might have 2 or 3 people in a certain trade, but either they get sick, right? Contractors, they're gonna get sick. Something happens, they're in the hospital, or their family's sick and they can't go to the site today, and you need something done on time. happens to all of us. Well, building your what I call bench deep in your crew, maybe you need, 3 or 4 electricians or 3 to 4 plumbers, etc. This is where it comes into play. You have somebody in there by building your bench, and you let them know, hey, this is typically how busy I am, but I'd love to have you on my team. And then you kind of give your business card, and that's just another way. In the field is such a good way to see it, to find contractors, because you see them in the field working, and that's what's worked for us. So, anyways, so that's another way that I found success. And here's a big thing right here. We have, obviously, if you're watching this, you're either seeing this as part of a our Facebook community. We do networking events every month, and the next meetup is actually October 22nd, so 21 days from now. If you didn't see the invite for that, definitely check it out. It's going to be, I'm pretty sure it's at the same place, which is Heart State Brewery right here, next to the office. But come check out that event, because we are going to be announcing some new things that we're doing in our networking group, because this is where the magic happens. Now, you want to join Facebook groups in your local market, and in these Facebook groups, you can even go check out meetup.com events and some local masterminds. You're going to see that there are contractors in these networking groups. And you can also, in these networking groups, you can ask to see who they've worked with. And if they're at the group, you can ask questions like, hey, have you used, so-and-so's, general contracting services? How were they? How was the quality? Did they finish the job on time? Did they stay on budget? Right? So, and also, if the community of real estate investing is so small that there's going to be a lot of times where, if stuff goes bad, which, stuff does, they'll tell you the good, bad, and the ugly of that, of working with that general contractor. We have found some of the best contractors in these networking events, and it's easy to get the referral, because everybody kind of talks, and everyone knows who's good to work with and who's not. So, if you're looking for a Facebook group or a networking group, join ours. It's Columbus Real Estate and Money. It's on Facebook, and we meet once a month. Okay. We also have a mastermind that we're creating. More details on that later on. But meetup.com is another place to find networking events. And when you go here, make sure that you introduce yourselves to everybody. You can even ask, when you're in front of like real estate investors, realtors, lenders, they also have a network behind them, right? So you can ask them for referrals as well. So networking events, I'm telling you, is one of the best places to find contractors. I'm going to share with you a sample ad that we've used and posted in a number of places that work well. So in Facebook groups, we'll post this ad. We've created flyers actually out of this ad, and then went to all of the places that I just showed you, the Home Depot and Menards, and then even live in person when I'm visiting properties and I see contractors working, I pass this ad out. But basically, it goes like this. So we're currently accepting applications for drywallers, painters, roofers, laborers, plumbers, um, residential cleaners, and must have tools for transportation. Pays, um, this is a big word. Pays by experience is really what you want to say here. Um, Pay by the hour, 30-day evaluation, and then your email here, drug-free work environment, second chance employment considered. So this is a sample ad. You can take this, screenshot it, or wherever you are seeing this, and use it. Make sure you have your email. I'm going to tell you, you're going to be getting a lot of people in here, work, inquiring about the work that you have. So in another video, I'm going to break down what it is, some of the questions that you want to ask contractors to see if they'd be a good fit to have them on your team. Okay. So in review, Home Depot, Lowe's, Menards, Ace, stop by early in the morning, drop off your flyers or your business cards. In the field is another good way to find contractors. and then networking events. These are the my top 3 places to find contractors. That is it for today's video. If you have any questions, if you want to get a hold of us, you can get a hold of me. My IG is at RJ Pepino. Love to connect with you. Still trying to get my Facebook back. But again, this has been another episode of Cash Flow Real Estate and Money. I will see you.